Cancer, welcome to your weekly tarot reading for June the 13th to the 19th. All right, let's get started and see what major themes and messages, whoops, that wanted to come out, that we have for Cancer for the week ahead. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Your first card that jumped right out is To Be Fair. So it looks like we're looking at sort of deciding on what is the fair and virtuous move here. We're also seeing Loyal Heart, Serendipity, Mending. Okay, and Deep Knowing. Okay, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. To the Sea. Okay, so To the Sea, you are really being guided to sort of go with the flow here, my friends. Trying not to control things overly. Trying to just go with the flow this week. Let's get these out of the way. And to really bring some mending into a situation by going with the flow and being fair. I feel like you're going to be mending something that you feel a strong connection towards, something that you feel very loyal towards, but perhaps something that is showing you some unfairness. Perhaps there's something going on that needs to be fair. You have a deep knowing about this, and I feel like you're going to be getting some good luck with serendipity here. So it's interesting. It's almost like your deep knowing and this serendipity card is sort of like supporting you to move forward. This is divinely connected to something that is, it's being supported. Your job is to just go with the flow. You know what I mean? Like sometimes when we encounter these kind of situations, sometimes we get in our own way, right? And so right now, the messages for you so far are sort of like, go with the flow with this. Trust the signs, the messages, the synchronicities that you're receiving. Trust your deep knowing that there is healing here, that there is the potential to make things fair and to heal something that's very close to your heart. So let's have a look at the tarot cards, Cancer, and see what is going on here. Maybe we can get a little bit more information for you on this. Let's see here. Oh, what was that? King of Cups and the Two of Cups. How interesting. The King of Cups, when he's in reverse, man, it's a different energy. The King of Cups in reverse sort of brings up this idea of feeling like really guarded and like emotionally triggered, where you can't help but feel triggered by something going on. And to see it coming out next to the Two of Cups, I mean, to me, that really is very clear that you're not able to really feel like open and authentic and calm and not triggered when it comes to a certain relationship. There is a union in your life that is sort of creating a lot of drama for you with that King of Cups in reverse, and you're triggered. You might even have a temper here or feeling temperamental. There is an opportunity for healing here, but more self-care is required for you to be sort of able to go with the flow like the King of Cups is when he's upright. And so it's interesting, you're getting the message to go with the flow sort of twice here, because this King of Cups in reverse is definitely triggered, definitely withdrawn, and it's all because of some sort of emotional trigger. And when we see the Two of Cups here, I mean, I can't help but think that this is a relationship that's triggering you. There is a relationship that you feel loyal to that needs healing, and you need healing because this is bringing up stuff that is triggering you. There's the King of Swords in reverse. My goodness. King of Swords in reverse is very cold. Very, very cold. Almost sort of an energy that would be like uncomfortable to be around because of the coldness. I can't help but think that because you're triggered, you're wearing a mask, and that mask is the King of Swords in reverse. It's almost one of these ideas where, like, if you were to ask your anger enough times, what's your true name? What's your true name? It's going to come back and say it's grief, it's sadness, right? And I feel like that's exactly what this is, that you're wearing a mask of someone who doesn't care and someone who's very cold and calculating, when really your heart's broken. And there's the Four of Cups. You feel like you missed out on an opportunity to have something or to heal something, you know, and you're wearing the mask of someone who doesn't care, someone who's very aloof, someone who's almost calculatingly cold. But that's not actually what's going on under the surface. I think under the surface you're triggered because your heart hurts. Three of Cups in reverse. Yeah, look at that. 3 and 4 of Cups right next to each other. Something felt like a deception here. I feel like you may have even sort of had an intuitive idea that this wasn't what it appeared to be. 3 of Cups in reverse makes me really think that there was almost like a connection that needed to be mended again. Like it's interesting. It's like there's this connection here that needs to be mended. We've got the 2, the 3, and the 4 of Cups. This is a story of heartbreak. This is a story of sad heartbreak where you're needing to sort of mend this or feel better about it for yourself, but you're triggered. This person, I think, wants to heal with you or to make up. You have a deep knowing. What could it be? What is your deep knowing about this? Wow. This is very interesting. Something really got you. Something really hurt you. And it's almost like it's all coming out this week. And like looking at this reading, it makes me wonder if you're sort of needing to let go of something in order to recover, and perhaps it's this healing that you need to go through this healing. Perhaps it's not the connection that needs healing, perhaps it's just you, and that, you know, maybe eventually there will be healing that comes through in this relationship here that we're seeing. But it's interesting, it feels like there was something that really triggered you, but that it was almost a blessing in disguise, because I keep now looking at that serendipity card and thinking to myself, that 10 of Swords is in reverse. Like you're seeing this from a different perspective now. Yes, it hurt. Yes, it left you triggered. Yes, you're wearing a mask maybe to defend yourself so that others don't know that this hurt you. But ultimately, it's like if you just go with the flow, you're getting something from this situation. There is a reward here for you. This is sort of a blessing in disguise. What's on the bottom of the deck? It's the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. So lots of opposing forces here. And behind it, the Page of Cups. Wow. It's very interesting. It makes me feel like this situation wasn't fair. What happened wasn't fair. And in order for things to be fair, you almost have to see this from a different perspective. You didn't miss out on an opportunity. This was a blessing in disguise. Your job is to just sort of go with the flow now. Seeing that 2 of Pentacles in reverse makes me wonder if there isn't still 1 or 2 things left to take care of here. It almost makes me think that you're needing to cut the cords between something, that like the things that are out of balance are sort of needing to be let go of. Yeah, like it's almost time to sort of cut your ties to this situation from the perspective that you're holding. You have a deep knowing about this. So something in this connection is, it may have felt like it wasn't fair, but it's almost like it just needs to be let go of. Asking whether or not it's fair isn't serving you, but it certainly seems to be the issue here. Like whatever happened left you feeling like that wasn't fair. And I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. You know, it doesn't appear that it was fair. I always think that the 10 of Swords, whether it's in reverse or upright, it's a time where something happened that we weren't necessarily expecting to actually happen. It was sort of like a nightmare, like a worst case scenario that we never really thought would happen. And then boom, there it is. You know, we worried about it as if it could happen. And then when it finally happens, it almost takes us off off course. Like it takes us to this place where we didn't expect to find ourselves. And sometimes that can result in a bit of fear of missing out. Like you might have thought to yourself, well, if I had only, or if they had only, or if we had, we should have done this, and then this could have happened. It sort of leads to all of that. And perhaps that's the way to look at this for now, is that you might not be able to understand why this happened from where you're standing today. But you need inner healing so that you're not feeling so triggered and wounded, and then you'll be able to let this go. But something in this union really, really happened in a way that, like, it took you down. It took you down. You got to go with the flow here. Let's see what the best guidance is here. Surrender to play. I love that. Let's see if anything else wants to come out here for... Let's see, surrender stubbornness and surrender to play. Isn't that interesting? Sort of exchanging feeling overly stubborn and like you have to hang on to something a little bit, and then exchanging that with a playful energy. I love that. The surrender stubbornness says, if you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. Go with the flow, absolutely. This will help you to communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. So going with the flow and releasing that stubbornness. Now, on top of that, we're also seeing here that you need to play. You need to have some fun. You need to mend. You need that inner child healing, and that can really be catalyzed by playing. It says here, take a break from overthinking. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. And I'm going to add transformation to that, because I really feel like that could transform your energy from being more stubborn to more flexible, to being rigid, to sort of being able to go with the flow. You know what I mean? Moving from that to a flow energy is going to serve you more than trying to sort of maintain this mask, and also to keep this as something that identifies you. This story doesn't need to identify you. You know what I mean? I know you felt really loyal to this connection, and perhaps you have a deep knowing that it can be healed. For some of you, perhaps it can be healed. But for others of you, I'm feeling like the healing is an inner child healing of your own, that you need healing from this, that this needs healing, and that there is luck here for you. This was a blessing in disguise. I'm going to leave it at that for you, Cancer. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. If it's resonated for you, consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, so that others can hear this message as well. And I love to connect with you through the comments. So if you want to leave me a comment letting me know how this resonates for you, that would be great. It's always so nice to read about the different ways in which the readings are resonating. As always, thank you so much. And I'm sending you so much love and light, my friends. Have a wonderful week. Take care.